Jerusalem breathed with anticipation. Every window lit by memory, every table dressed with tradition. The lambs had been chosen, the bread prepared, the wine poured. It was Passover, the feast of remembrance. But this night would not look back, it would look forward, to a deliverance far greater than Egypt, and a lamb far more innocent than any before. He sent Peter and John ahead. "Go and prepare the Passover for us," he said, "and follow the man carrying a jar of water." They found the room as foretold, a quiet space above the noise of the world. The table waited, empty yet expectant, like the altar of a new covenant yet to be born. Every dish placed was prophecy in motion, every cup filled, a symbol waiting to speak. They gathered as family, but something sacred lingered in the air, a heaviness between the laughter, a silence beneath the words. The rabbi looked upon them, each face a story, each soul a prophecy, 12 chosen hearts, yet one already cracked with betrayal. He knew it, and still he loved them all the same. Then the king did the unthinkable. He rose from the table, wrapped a towel around his waist, and knelt. The hands that shaped galaxies now cupped water around the feet of men. Peter's voice trembled. "Lord, you will never wash my feet." But he replied, "If I do not wash you, you have no part with me." In that moment, majesty redefined greatness. Power bowed before love. The water on their feet became the mirror of their souls. Clean because he stooped low enough to touch their dirt. He took the bread, lifted it toward heaven, and blessed it. Then, with steady hands, he broke it, the sound of cracking echoing through eternity. "Take, eat. This is my body, given for you." The bread that once remembered deliverance from Egypt now revealed the deliverer himself. Every crumb was covenant. Every bite, a prophecy fulfilled in flesh. Then he took the cup, ruby red, trembling in his hands like the heart of creation. "This cup is the new covenant in my blood poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins." The wine was not yet spilled, and yet heaven already mourned. This was no ritual, it was a vow. The seal of eternity written not in ink, but in crimson. The same hands that gave the cup would soon be pierced by the nails, and the blood within them would be the world's redemption poured out. And then, the silence turned heavy. He looked around the table, eyes meeting hearts. "One of you will betray me." The air froze, hands trembled. Each man searched his own soul. But Judas had already made his covenant, not with God, but with silver. He dipped his hand into the same bowl as the lamb, and in that act, prophecy sighed. "What you do, do quickly." The door closed behind him and night fell inside the room. P3 he spoke as the room darkened. Each word a seed of comfort planted in hearts that would soon shatter. "Let not your hearts be troubled. In my Father's house are many rooms. I go to prepare a place for you." The promise glowed in their grief. He was speaking not as one departing, but as one preparing the way home. And he said, "A new command I give you. Love one another, as I have loved you." Thus, love itself became the new law, the law written in blood, not stone. Then he prayed, not as a teacher instructing his pupils, but as the Son speaking to the Father who sent him. "Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son may glorify you." He prayed for them, for their faith, their unity, their endurance. "I have given them your word, and the world has hated them. But I do not ask that you take them out of the world, only that you keep them from the evil one." And then he prayed for us, for those yet to come, for the generations who would believe through their word, that they may all be one. In that prayer, time itself collapsed. The upper room stretched across centuries. You and I were there, whispered upon his lips before the cross had even come. When the prayer was finished, he smiled, softly, like one who had made peace with sorrow. They sang together, the hymn of the Passover, the song of the faithful, the melody of deliverance. But for him, the song was also a farewell. Each note was a step toward Gethsemane. Each verse, a heartbeat closer to the cross. And so they left the upper room, the last supper of eternity behind them, and the weight of the world ahead. The city slept, but heaven did not, for angels stood in silence, watching the Lamb walk into his garden of agony. The bread had been broken, the wine poured, the covenant sealed. Now love would bleed. Queeth. When dawn touched the walls, the room stood empty. The table was still, but the covenant was alive. That bread, that cup, they were not relics of a past night. They were invitations, eternal, for every heart that breaks the bread and drinks the cup sits again in that same room, where the old world ended and the new one began.